Hi guys, hope all's well and a big welcome to all those new subscribers to this channel. Great to have you here. Well, I'm really pleased with the response to the Cambodia videos I've been doing recently. Now I'm chilling out in good old Pattaya. I will be doing plenty of Thailand videos over the coming month, but before I do that, I'd like to mention a few things about the return journey from Siem Reap to Pattaya. Remember a couple of months ago I made a video about the road journey from Pattaya to Siem Reap, including a border crossing. Well, that journey, including the overpriced visa and everything else, was about $95 in all and took about 9.5 hours. The Thai company sorted the visa out and it was about $12 more than it should have been. But I wasn't complaining because it was such a smooth journey. I mean, I heard of people having all kinds of hassles with these border crossings, whereas mine didn't have any problems at all. It's sometimes worth paying a bit extra to avoid any problems. So, about the return journey, how did that go? Well, there's a downside and an upside to that journey, which I'll tell you about later. But before that, I want to discuss if travelling by road is better than doing a journey like this by air, as some people have suggested. Well, if you're in Pattaya and you want to go to Siem Reap, flying is not realistic. Getting an aeroplane between these two places involves going to Bangkok or other places you don't want to go to, changing aeroplanes, travelling to airports, checking in, and doing all the things you don't necessarily want to do. It's also, if you include everything, a lot more expensive. And as for it being a lot quicker, as some have suggested, are you quite sure about that? What about those two words you never want to hear when waiting at an airport? Flight delayed. Jesus, it happens. Flight delays are not a rare occurrence. They happen quite frequently, and they can add unexpected hours to your journey. In some cases, many hours hanging around that goddamn airport. I must admit, I don't like airports. I just find it to be a bland way of travelling. All smaller airports look the same, and they are not my preferred travel when I'm in this part of the world. In fact, I once spent 6 months travelling around South America, and I only took 3 internal flights, 1 in Colombia and 2 in Brazil. I regularly did 18-hour bus journeys through places like Argentina and Bolivia. It didn't bother me, because part of the adventure is seeing what is in between all those places you're visiting, and of course seeing those amazing landscapes. I seem to spend so many days travelling through those mountain roads on rickety old buses in Bolivia and Peru, experiencing that fantastic scenery which you would miss out on if you constantly flew everywhere. Okay, the landscapes of Thailand and Cambodia can't compare with South America, but travelling by road is still fun from what you can see from the window of the bus, and some of the characters you meet along the way. And it's also a slow but sure way of getting to where you want to go. So, about the return journey from Siem Reap to Pattaya. Well, like I said, there's a downside and an upside to this one. The downside is, it's longer. It just seems so much longer to get through that border crossing to Thailand, as in a very long queue and waiting for the connecting transport, than it is to get into Cambodia. And when your minibus does eventually get going from the Thai border to Pattaya, it just seems like a much longer journey than going there. I don't know what route they take, but it always seems like a longer journey on the way back. So the downside is the return journey from your hotel in Siem Reap to your hotel in Pattaya is all of 11.5 hours. That's 2 hours longer than going there. So that's the downside. The upside is the price. I booked this journey, which includes the pickup from my Siem Reap hotel, through a local Siem Reap agency. So this company will take you all the way to Pattaya town centre, and remember, there's no visa fee getting back into Thailand. So the price for this bus journey is, wait for it, the very reasonable price of $24 US. Now come on, you must admit that's value for money. The only additional fee you will pay is a BART bus taxi when you arrive in Pattaya. Depends on where your hotel is and how many will share this taxi. It's likely to be around $4 US. So the total price for this 11.5 hour journey will be around $28 US. Now that's what I call a good deal. Who needs aeroplanes? So I'm back in Thailand now, and there's a lot more travelling and videos to be made this month. So I'll say thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Give this video a thumbs up if it's been useful to you, and cheers.